Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the Haunted Basement Studio. I'm your host, Triple B, and in this Daredevil Born Again first 2 episodes review, man, I just got done watching that. Well, I watched half of it last night, and I finished watching the rest of it today. And oh my god, I'm so glad that I finished watching the last part of episode 2 today, because I wouldn't have been able to go to sleep last night if I watched it, because I'm so jacked right now, man. Matt Murdock beating some ass, dude. Holy crap, dude. Dude, it gave me chill bumps, dude, and it's got me this pumped. Dude, the beginning, so let's talk about the first episode real quick. Man, it starts off, man, spoiler right here. Foggy gets killed right at the very beginning. And man, they have like almost a one-shot scene like they did in the stairwell in the old Netflix episodes, right? Oh my god, dude, they were freaking kicking ass, dude. There's smoke going everywhere. Dude, like real fights and everything. Oh man, it got me jacked, dude. And then Foggy gets killed. Matt Murdock chases the villain's name, like freaking Bullseye, up the freaking stairwell, and they get up to the roof. And then when Daredevil realizes that Foggy takes his last breath, and Karen's right there, and she's just holding the blood coming out from his chest, and Foggy dies, dude. And Daredevil hears his last breath from one of his best friends. Man, he goes crazy and just throws Bullseye off of the building. Bam! He lands on his head. But somehow that son of a bitch survives. And this was the end of Daredevil. He's gonna hang it up for good and just become a lawyer. And then we fast forward, a few years or however long it is, and freaking Bullseye didn't die from that fall, but he wanted to kill him. Oh my god, dude. And so like he gets sentenced to, all these consecutive life sentences. And then Karen finally shows up, and Matt gets to talk to Karen for the first time in a while. But she wants really no part of him. That tragedy just ruined the relationship. The tragedy of Foggy dying, ended their lawyer firm that they had, their practice that they had all together. And so now Matt, fast forward, he's got his own practice again, and he's trying to move on. He doesn't wear the Daredevil mantle, the costume no more. He's not a vigilante, and he gives it up. That was a long time ago. But then all of a sudden, Wilson Fisk shows up, and he's gonna freaking run for mayor. And you know what? He wins this mayorship, right? And like Matt Murdock and him sit down, like to have like a good old talk at a diner for some coffee. And you saw that in the trailer. Man, that thing was intense as hell. Holy crap, dude. And then with Kingpin having troubles with his wife Vanessa, man, they end up going to a marriage counselor, which is Margarita Laveri or Lavetta. Oh my god, dude, this girl is from The Invisible from like 2010, dude. Man, when I watched that movie back in the day, dude, I had the biggest crush on her. Man, I was in love with this girl, dude. She is so fine. And then when she comes up on screen, because like she gets introduced to Matt like as almost a blind date, but they don't know they're getting set up as a blind date. I'm like, dude, I know this chick, dude. I know this girl. And I'm watching the episode. I'm like, dude, I think it's that girl from Invisible. And so like I go and I look it up on IMDb, and sure it was Margarita right there. Man, smoking hot, dude. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like getting like freaking from 6 to midnight right here. I'm like, oh, my old girl that I used to have the biggest crush on back in the day is in this movie or in this TV series. Hell yeah, dude. And then so like there is like a fight on the subway where like these two guys are like beating this one dude down, and this one other guy like shows up as some civilian, and he's like, hey man, what are you guys doing? And he goes and tries to stop them from like jumping this dude, and the dude runs off, and this civilian starts getting a fight with these two guys. And in the midst of the fight, the train in the subway comes down, and one of the bully guys that was like beating the other guy down, like he like falls into the train and just gets smashed, and blood goes everywhere. And come to find out that these two guys were cops, and freaking this civilian is gonna get tried for murder, for being a cop killer, and all he was doing was trying like save some other guy from getting beat down. He didn't know they were cops, and the cops never said that they were cops. So holy crap. And then so Matt Murdock, is in like the police station or whatever, and like he hears the dude's heartbeat, and he goes and he's going to represent this dude like pro bono, right? And so he's helping him out, and come to find out this dude's a vigilante in his other time, what is the White Tiger, and Matt finds this out. And they're like, the only way for Matt like to save this guy from like going to life sentences in prison forever is to find the guy that he saved in the subway, but no one knows who he is. But so they're trying to investigate to find him, and the only way to find him is Matt's got to take it in his own hands. So he follows the cop, the one that survived, and he follows him to his house, and he waits, and then all of a sudden he hears, because he's like outside of his apartment, and he can hear the phone ring. And when he hears the phone ring, he hears that person on the other side of the phone says, "All right, we got the guy, we know where he lives," and they give the address. So Matt's like, "Oh shit!" He calls up his like helper. He's like, "Man, get to this place," and then Matt hurries up and goes to the apartment. And right when he gets to the apartment, like he's like, "Hey man, I'm a lawyer, like I'm here to help you. You're the only one that you're the lone survivor, or you're the survivor of that cop brutal beatdown, and I'm here to protect you." And the guy finally opens the door, and Matt's like, "Oh man, those cops are coming here right now to kill you." And it's like, "Oh man, we're too late," because they're already coming up the stairs, and they start freaking busting in the door. And like Matt takes the guy to the fire chute. He's like, "Okay, go to like Terrence and like 86 and Terrence or something, and I got my guy there. He'll pick you up." And then Matt they're banging on the door. They're like, "Get in!" And so like Matt like unlocks it, and they come busting in, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're that lawyer, right?" And he's just like, "Yeah." And then so he tries to tell him to leave, but these cops are like, "No, they're going to try to kill this lawyer." And they start freaking beating Matt Murdock down, just punching him and beating him, dude. Breaks his glasses, blood starts dripping on the ground, right? And then freaking they're like, "Go ahead and do it." And they put a gun up to his head, and before they pull the trigger, dude, Daredevil like freaking comes out. Matt Murdock like, turns into Daredevil and just like fucking starts beating the shit out of these guys, dude. Breaks the dude's arm. Bones comes popping out, dude. He grabs the other guy, slams his head into the refrigerator like 3 times, blood's just going everywhere, and then he grabs him and he throws him on the ground, and like he lands like on his neck and just snaps the fucking dude's neck, dude. And like he looks around and goes, "Ah!" End of episode 2, man. Fucking chill bumps got so damn jacked. Thing was absolutely amazing. Man, if you guys haven't checked out Daredevil on Disney Plus, Born Again, the first 2 episodes that dropped just last night, absolutely amazing, dude. I cannot wait for every Tuesday, dude. I'm getting chills just thinking about it right now. Hell yeah, man. If you guys like this type of movie review or show review, maybe I'll do a recap every, Tuesday, every Wednesday, and get it out just for you mother bleepers right there. Man, thank you all for joining me, Triple B, in the Haunted Basement Studio. And I want you guys to remember one thing. You keep it haunted. Comics. And subscribe to the channel if you like.